What is going on, guys? It's Adam and Marf. Tonight's show, we are going to have viewer-submitted videos of sightings out of this world. We are also going to talk about what is obviously being talked about around the country and what I think should be talked about more. Also, we're going to tell you about prepping for a coming event, so stick around. We'll be right back right after this. They, of course, want you to go back to sleep. Hit the snooze button. Remember, nothing in this show should be considered legal, medical, or financial advice. The views of the callers can differ considerably and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of myself, Dex, or anyone else with the show. You should always do your own research and consult with professionals. The internet is full of fake news, so please take everything with a grain of salt. With that out of the way, my name is Adam, a.k.a. Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. We're going to be covering a lot tonight. We are also going to be taking calls at 224-400-MARF. If you've had a sighting that you have not told anyone else, or people think you're crazy, or you think they're going to think you're crazy, now would be the time to tell it. You can call in anonymously, or you can call in and let everybody know. Either way, remember, if you're not getting notifications, we have broken several stories over the last 3 years, and because of that, I believe that we have been right in the crosshairs, and we've seen it get this weird thing where we don't have any less people showing up, but of course, the recommended has basically gone to zero, so you can't reach new people unless you guys go out and share it. So remember, you can go and marfooglenews.com, sign up for our push notifications. It will go directly to your phone. Again, right when Dex sends that out, it will actually send you right when we're actually live, not when the notifications get around to you 3 days from now. And then, of course, you can follow along tonight. It is very easy to find everything on our website. You go to this thumbnail. Is it time we find out? Humanity is not ready. Of course, quoting the Israeli, the retired general that basically said that T-Man knew. Again, you go to the website. Once you click on this, you will see that we have every single article, tweet, and video. The viewer-submitted videos are all there for you to look at. Of course, you can investigate if you think, again, some of the videos are so unbelievable, you might want to watch them yourself. Again, these are all from viewers like you. So, with that out of the way, let's introduce Dex. Dex is my co-host / internet brother. What is going on, Dex, and how are you tonight?
Well, hello, Adam, and hello, Foogle fam. I'm doing pretty good.
So, man, oh man. First off, the last video, I know there was a lot of comments saying, this is so coded, I don't understand it. There's a reason for that. You need to be in combination and follow us on Twitter as well. We're putting out a lot more information, but we have to put one puzzle piece here and one puzzle piece there. Otherwise, we won't be anywhere. Again, that we do have an amazing and excellent source, so much so that we have actually feared that that any of this stuff that we know could not only just get us in trouble, but not only get us deleted, but like get us as human beings deleted. So there was a point about 2 days ago where we were trying to decide what we were doing. We were, of course, reaching out to try to get back. Again, we need, if you're somebody with authority or power and you watch this show every day, but you've stayed quiet, definitely reach out to us, because we need somebody that has a lot of back. It is, we are a tiny channel, and if we break out stuff about the current events going on, if we, kind of a Veritas type of thing, we will just be deleted off the face of the earth. Of course, Veritas wasn't doing the big stuff when they started, when they got big and when they got all their back and their legal backing. They did that when there wasn't these crazy people in charge. I mean, honestly, it has changed so much just in the last year. Now you can say anything and it can be put under one category and you're gone. It's absolutely insane. We had a 3-year-old video that just got marked that was privated. So it looks like they're looking for any excuse to get rid of anybody that's not, doing stupid kick me in the balls videos, like ow my balls. That's what they want on on all the platforms. So thank you guys for following us through this. You got to put the pieces together. There's a lot of stuff there. Anyways,
Adam, I want to remind everybody we're doing calls with sightings tonight, so make sure you get in quick while you can, while the lines are open. You've seen something in the sky, sighting, UFO, anything like that. And
thanks for the reminder again. So remember 224400 That is again 2244006273. You can access the videos. You can watch along, or on a second device. You can zoom in and look while we're on it. But first, we're going to cover a few articles here. It says that a 4G network on the moon is bad news for radio astronomy. It says that as you drive down the road leading to Jodrell Bank Observatory, a sign asks visitors to turn off their mobile phones, stating that the Lovell telescope is so powerful it can detect a phone signal on Mars. It says radio telescopes are designed to be incredibly sensitive to, quote, the legendary astronomer Carl Sagan, quote, the total amount of energy from outside the solar system ever received by all of the radio telescopes on the planet Earth is less than the energy of a single snowflake striking the ground. Isn't that crazy? The total amount of energy from outside the solar system ever received by all the radio telescopes on the planet Earth is less than the energy of a single snowflake striking the ground. And it says the total energy is now probably a few snowflakes worth. But nevertheless, it is still true that astronomical radio signals are typically magnitudes smaller than artificial ones. If Jodrell Bank could pick up interference from a phone signal on Mars, how would it fare with an entire 4G network on the moon? Now, first off, they're putting 4G on the moon? It sounds like there's more going on up there than we know. And of course, I've been back and forth in my mind, especially with some of the recent stuff that I found out. I'm thinking it has actually put in question what the moon really is, first of all. And that's just on a personal level. But on the backed up factual level, as far as, what goes on there, it seems like there's just some sort of weirdness going on. A couple years ago, of course, everybody started saying, we need to get to the moon. We need to get to the moon. We're going to cover here in a second. There is a dwarf planet-sized thing lurking in our solar system. And of course, there's people that have been saying there's something lurking there for a long time. Are we going to get kind of a disclosure of just massive proportions? Are we going to find out not only that there's something lurking there, that there's something else or this? What if that's a mothership or the Death Star or something? That's the kind of craziness we could run into. And after 2020, I believe that most people are starting to wake up, and it's weird. I'm seeing a mass awakening. I'm seeing local posts on Twitter. And again, Twitter is going nuts with their, marking and deleting and this and that. But it's crazy. The normal posts that I would usually see a 50-50 ratio is like 95% ratio of saying this is BS or this is that. Isn't that nuts? You guys can check it out yourself. If you're not on Twitter or you've said, I don't want to get on that or I don't like it, again, I don't blame you. But there is a lot of stuff that's instantaneous. I didn't get the point of Twitter until I actually did it. The people that you can follow, the little quotes that they put out, the information that they can put out through it instantly, it is pretty amazing. If you need to go through some sort of side thing to be somebody else or whatever, that's up to you. But again, there is a lot of stuff that's coming out. And what's crazy to me is that the ratio is shifting. And what that tells me is that we're about to have some real big craziness go on. So with this, again, a 4G network on the moon. So people talk, and 4G is, we just upgraded supposedly to the 5, right? 4G has been running, high-speed internet, people watching YouTube on the bus, whatever. I mean, it's incredibly fast. It is what some people even think that we're still on that, right? And that the other thing is something else, whatever. But again, this is a phone network on the moon. Why would they need that? And how, is this now coming out right now? I mean, why? This is the issue that is worrying astronomers like me. Now the Nokia of America has been awarded a $14.1 million for the development of the first ever cellular network on the moon. It says the LTE 4G network will aim to facilitate long-term lunar habitability, providing communications for key aspects such as lunar rovers and navigation. So, and I bet you there's people that, don't believe anything outside of our sky exists, and that's fine. I think that argument, either way, might just be solved if we can make it that long. All of these countries have gone, in my theory, and again, if you're new here, is that there is something heading towards us. I believe Oumuamua, and here's another point, is when you're here, the rest of your family and your friends and peer pressure may have you hiding some of your feelings and some of your views of things because you're afraid of being judged or people thinking you're crazy. I don't think you're crazy. And I'm totally open-minded, and I think that more people should be, and I think we all need to get there. Because if we were all open-minded, there would be no such thing as getting triggered, which triggering is extremely easy nowadays. Everyone is triggered every single time of the day. Doesn't matter what, they're offended. We need to do the opposite. That is how you create a creative and evolutionary society that is constantly moving forward. You have to ask questions. And that is what is being squashed right now. The ability to ask questions, the ability to think of a theory that doesn't go along with, everybody else's. In fact, we wouldn't be here where we are today if people didn't say, that's not right. I don't think that is the right way. So keep that in mind. And we can all do it together. There's a lot of people standing up right now and saying we have to nip this in the bud now, otherwise it's going to be bad. And I agree with that. Yeah, just craziness. Thank you, Lisa K, for being the last one out, super chatting last show. Dan L. Values, you were also the last one out. Thank you for binge watching there. Thank you. What do you guys think about this? I'm going to go over to the chat. And of course, if you're watching the replay, this would be a point right now. I'm going to ask you a question, and please comment down below. It will matter later. But what do you think is on the moon currently? Do you think that there's anything on the moon right now besides a flag? Do you think that there is a base there with soldiers or off-planet civilians? Again, there's actually proof that they at least have some people listed as, I want to say it's universal soldiers or something. I'll have to find out the official name for them. But now we have, of course, the Guardians, which is what they call the version of Marines for the Space Force. What do you guys think about that? Comment down below. Comments help the channel. Also, that thumbs up. And I know that everybody tells you to thumbs up, but I actually, I do mean it, and it does help. El Luna 3377, thank you so much for your support tonight. Massive Ninja Genie, thank you. Appreciate it, El Luna. And then Rapture Soon 2020, God is in control. He created this universe. Again, a lot of people putting faith into just putting faith that everything is going to be okay, and I believe that's the way to go too. But I do think at the same time we can all be prepared. Mersa1, thanks, and it is nice to see you here tonight. Lots of really awesome people here. The truth is out there. Mersa1, Scooby-Doo Do Right, Maui Racing Realtor, Missy Sue, Gassy Electric. Thank you guys all for being here. All right. What do you think about the network on the moon? Do you think there is more there? Japanese spacecraft's gifts asteroid chips like charcoal. Okay, so what this is basically saying is they got the stuff back from the moon, or I'm sorry, from the asteroid, and it looked like charcoal. Dex, when you get a chance, and I know you're probably on the phone right now, again, the number is 224-400-MARF, but Dex, when you do, feel free to interrupt me. Come in on this one, because this is kind of weird. I have a thought about this, but I don't know if it probably sounds stupid.
It's very interesting. It looks like, here's a bunch of charcoal bricks we found, right? But yeah, this is what they got and what they're pulling. And I guess what's going to be interesting is, what is actually inside, what the makeup of these meteors or asteroids are, because that's what they're looking for, is can they find, I imagine there's lots of things they want to know, like, is there elements that are good or things that we can use that we don't have on Earth? Is there a way to mine that and create things from it? Or They're probably also looking to understand the hardness of it, and is it easy to penetrate one of these and maybe cause it to disintegrate with some sort of device or explosion or something, right? Because that's part of the mitigation strategy. So there's a lot of things they're going to be looking into with these samples.
And by the way, what mitigation he's talking about, like Hammer, for instance. Hammer is hypervelocity asteroid and emergency mitigation vehicle, right? And I'm pretty sure I got that almost right. Hammer, which is a nuke on a missile, is one of the mitigation efforts. As far as mitigation, they mean if an asteroid is coming towards us that will destroy Earth, how would they either slow it down or speed it up or knock it off course? It's kind of like a car intersection, if you think about it that way. If the Earth, again, supposedly going like this in a circle, and it's going here, it's going to meet at that intersection. They either need to slow down or speed up the asteroid. In fact, they could put a rocket on it and speed it up. That was one of the ideas. Or put a solar sail that will gradually take the sunlight and power it, kind of like a wind sail, get it faster, or slow it down so it doesn't meet up. The only other, I guess, the other option would be you can't slow down Earth, even though there's some pretty crazy science fictions movie. I think there was a Japanese movie that showed they had these huge engines. If you guys know what movie that's called, it was actually pretty good. It was subtitled. I believe it was on Netflix a couple years ago or a year ago, but it had engines on Earth that were pushing it away from the sun because the sun was getting closer, which it sounds silly, but the premise of the film, scientists said that might actually be what we have to do someday, which I thought was just nuts. First off, Leanne S., thank you so much. Crazy, crazy generous super chat there. It says, if you don't know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, today is the day of your salvation. God bless you all. Leanne S., nice to see you, and thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting Independent. And then there was another one there. Dex, if you can put it there. It's not showing me. But again, there is Johnny Dundalis. Thank you so much. Says, bases on the moon do exist and on Mars. Again, a lot of people have sent me emails with stuff basically saying that Mars is where they're at right now. What do you guys think about that? Yabba Dabba, what's going on? Saying what's up to CJ Blaze. We have Sherry Zirkle in the house. What's going on? Liz Bauer, Pamela Kelly, D Truth, Bobcat, John McCutcheon. I love your last name. I don't know why. McCutcheon. Sounds like out of a movie. Let's see here. Johnny Dundalis, thank you again. And then we had Project Exodus. Hello from Dina and Gage. Hey, I love that name too, Gage. We almost named my son that. Awakened Soldier. Awesome. Robin Sullivan, Ricky Spence. How are you guys doing? And I see lots of new names. F.U. Biden. Gemini Rose. 5150. AKA Crazy. If you have somebody crazy in your family, you probably know that number. Of course, I think we all have one. But anyways, moving on. My thought on this, as far as the compact turning it into charcoal, what happened to turn this into charcoal? It says they resemble small fragments of charcoal, but the soil samples collected from an asteroid returned to Earth by a Japanese spacecraft were hardly disappointing. It says that the samples Japanese space officials described Thursday are as big as 1 centimeter, or about 1/4 of an inch, and rock hard, not breaking when picked up or poured into another container. Smaller black sandy granules the spacecraft collected and returned separately were described last week. It says that the Hayabusa 2 spacecraft, which I've talked about many times as far as OSIRIS-REx and Hayabusa and all these space missions that popped out of nowhere, got the 2 sets of samples last year from 2 locations on asteroid Ryugu. It says more than 300 million, or actually 190 million miles from Earth. It says it dropped them from space into a target in the Australian outback, and the samples were brought to Japan in early December. So just this month, They actually got those back. It says the sandy granules that the Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency described last week were from spacecraft's first touchdown in April 2019. The larger fragments were the compartment allocated for the second touchdown on Ryugu, said Tamahiro Yusui, space materials scientist. And it says to get the second set of samples in July last year, Hayabusa 2 dropped an impactor to blast below the asteroid's surface, collecting material from the crafter so it would be unaffected by space radiation or other environmental factors. So as far as it looking like this or being this kind of thing, looking like charcoal, it seems like it's very dense, it doesn't break, and they said that if you hit it with a pick, it won't break. So it's extremely solid. What are they doing with this? Why are they doing this? Is this because they've done tests and they're not able to do it? And what kind of impactor was it that broke it apart? They say you can't take a pick to it, but yet they did it with the spacecraft and blew apart chunks of it. I just wonder, there's got to be something, and I'm sure there's plenty of people that are smarter than me out in my audience. What do you guys think about this? What do you think they did? What do you think the universe had to do to make this into this kind of material? Very strange. But again, I'm sure this will play a part later on down the road. And then we have a mysterious asteroid the size of a dwarf planet lurking in our solar system. Now, this sounds like the kind of headline that will start rumors online, and for good reason. People have thought that there was an extra kind of planet or extra thing, a planet size, in our atmosphere or in our solar system for a very long time. It's again, this is a crazy thing. It says there's a giant asteroid somewhere out in our solar system, and it hurled a big rock at Earth. It says the evidence for this mystery space rock comes from a diamond-studded meteor that exploded over Sudan in 2008. So it says, okay, so Dex, when you can, pop back in here. So we know from Asteroid Ryugu that it's almost like charcoal, and I'm sorry, but it doesn't something get compacted into charcoal or diamonds? Is diamonds after charcoal? Is that now? Again, I want to look this up because I'm not smart in the geological form here. How?
Yeah, when you compact it and can pressurize it with a lot of pressure over time, it's coal. Charcoal turns into a diamond.
That's what I thought, but I just it says how are diamonds formed? A mined natural diamond is a crystallized carbon structure that is formed beneath the Earth's surface over millions or sometimes billions of years under the perfect conditions of heat and pressure. The diamonds are brought to the surface during natural events like volcanic eruptions, then mined from the land. Now, when it comes to a point where money doesn't matter or diamonds don't even matter, I wonder what else they could use diamonds for. Lasers and things like this. Can't they use lasers for? Diamonds for multiple things, including weapons. I just wonder, what? Obviously, if there's diamond-studded huge asteroids out there, that would be one reason why it would kind of explain why all of a sudden they're all trying to get to space. Because if the United States got a space rocket up there and brought down, an asteroid that was worth, $70 trillion or something, and just all of a sudden became, no more debt, no more everything, right? And then everybody else kind of heard this too. If you were the richest country in the world, you would rule the world. If you have all the money in the world, obviously you could make the decisions. So I guess that would be a reason to kind of contradict what I've always thought, which I don't think it's about money. I think it's about safety and trying to stop something from hitting us. And if you're talking about these things are practically diamond, think about if you were going to smash a diamond asteroid. I mean, don't know if they're as hard, right? But something made that thing so compact. I mean, practically, does that mean that there could be a diamond asteroid out there? If you think about how it was pressurized in the rock, in the right conditions, couldn't there be a giant diamond out there?
Well, if there is, I can assure you De Beers has it or is planning on getting it.
Right? Talking about the richest people in the world are getting into this. So is that the reason why? I don't know. But I think this is very fascinating. And, could this be secretly something like a planet or something else? I don't know. NASA had spotted the 9-ton, 13-foot meteor heading toward the planet well before impact. This is the just a chunk off of the one in Sudan. And says, and researchers showed up in the Sudanese desert to collect unusually rich haul of remains. Now, a new study of one of those meteorites suggests that the meteor may have broken off a giant asteroid, one or more less the size of a dwarf planet Ceres, the largest object in the asteroid belt. So it says like 4.6% of the meteorites on Earth, this one known as Alamahada Sitta is made of a material known as carbonaceous chondrite. These black rocks contain organic compounds as well as a variety of minerals and water. The mineral makeup of these space rocks offers clues about the parent asteroid that birthed a given meteor, researchers said in a statement. So it says some of these meteorites are dominated by minerals, providing evidence to exposure or for exposure to water at low temperatures and pressures. Study co-author Vicki Hamilton, a planetary geologist, said in the statement, quote, the composition of other meteorites points to heating in the absence of water. So it says the meteorite harbored an unusual suite of minerals that formed an intermediate temperature and pressures, higher than what you would find in a typical asteroid, but lower than the inside of a planet. One mineral in particular, amphibole, also requires prolonged exposure to water to develop. So, water somewhere else out there, I guess I can see where they're going with this. So, one thing with this, and again, with all of this, this almost makes me think that the one that hit off of Washington coast, how they said it was very special, and all of a sudden the Washington coast was FBI, CIA, and that was the weird part. For that asteroid, when it hit off of the coast of Washington, all of the agencies showed up, which I thought was weird. I'm like, why wouldn't it just be NASA and maybe maybe NSA or something like? All of them showed up. FBI, CIA, NSA, all of them showed up, and the locals took pictures, and they're like, all of them had their 3-letter agencies on their back, and they were all staying in all the hotels, and they filled up the entire city. I want to say they stayed in Grays Harbor, but I could be wrong. Ocean Shores, that area, they basically took over because they were trying to track down a very special meteor, which probably could have been another one that was diamond encrusted. So did they end up finding it? That one, I think they did. So, obviously, since the 2008 one, they're trying to track down any of these. If you guys want to help the channel and support and, again, protect yourself, you guys need to check this out. I posted a YouTube story, and I hope you guys saw that. So, we had not only our power go out, and I got a video of the aftermath of that, but we also had all of the car alarms go off again. I have a feeling that something is going on. Again, this isn't just a feeling, and I believe that obviously we have the threats there, but I think that there's smaller stuff going on. Maybe it's from solar winds or something else. I don't know. But if you saw that YouTube story, the video that I showed you guys, it is really freaky because the explosion happened after the power went down, and then you can hear the alert. I wonder if I can show you guys here. In fact, I can just click on, and if you listen carefully, if you click on my icon at Marfoogle TV, you'll see a 15-second clip of right after. And it is absolutely insane because they said it was unexplained. We even got video of the aftermath on the police scanners, and they said, we believe it was a transformer or something else. They couldn't, and then the explosion was gigantic. Let me see here if I can. And I've got the mic here. Okay, what kind of power surge through your normal network sets off car alarms? There was no boom before. The boom was after. So, again, you guys should check that out. But again, I think that there is something way up. We don't just partner with these as an affiliate. I truly believe that this will end up saving lives if an EMP happens or even a solar flare. I don't know if we're getting hit with stuff. I would love to ask Wages World around that time period what was going on, if there was something hitting the Earth, because it's happened now 6 times in the last 2 weeks where we've lost power. We've never lost power in this place. Except for a huge storm. And now we're losing it all the time when the sky's clear, everything's fine. Have you experienced the same in your city? I'm in Washington, of course. Or have you experienced it at all? I think that something is definitely on the horizon. But again, there's a way to protect your devices and everything else. You can go and get an EMP shield. You can either wire it into your house or you can even wire one into your car. They make a different device for all sorts of things. This is the same company that DHS, Department of Homeland Security, DOD, and now the DEMSO team to officially protect the Texas grid. This is where they are going for help. So again, make sure to check this out. You can get one for your solar system, your generator, your vehicle, your home. What it does is it grounds the signal before it has a chance to fry anything. This isn't your average surge protector. This is military tested, Keystone tested. And again, this is the same company that is helping governments. Again, after the contract last year, actually 2018, that T-Man signed, that executive order basically saying, we are so at risk, we need to harden our grid now. This is one of the companies they called. So again, you can't get any better than this. Go to marfooglenews.com/EMP. You never know what the future holds. All right. And if you don't want to go through us, go through somebody else, go through a different creator, or just go through the company by itself. If you go through us, you get a $50 off, but you can go through another creator and get a similar discount as well. So doesn't matter. Just get it. Even if you're telling yourself in the back of your head that you shouldn't. All right, let's take our first caller. Just wanted to pop over to. Thank you so much, Groovy Grandma. Happy New Year, Foogle fam. Let's see here. Rapture soon 2020. Diamonds are used for cutting, boring through. That's interesting, considering the Boring Company. The landing on the moon is fake, all Hollywood. Kingword, we actually had a guest on that explained his theory with Stanley Kubrick. He believed that Stanley Kubrick was the director of it and actually had a pretty interesting story. I want to say, was that the contractor or someone else? Rapture soon. I saw the moon last night and I glorified God. Gem, thank you so much for being here. Johnson, thank you for gifting a sub out to Sigwa. Of course, the Marfia badge. Thank you, everybody that I see gifting out. Veteran Steve, thank you. VIP there, Veteran Steve. Bear Claws, NPC. We've got Kel Slow, Noah K, Gypsy Mom, and What is Real. Thank you for following. And the second devil is coming. I said that totally wrong, right? The second evil is coming. Second Elvis? Either way, welcome to the fam. Make sure to welcome anybody who is new. If they follow, make sure to say thank you. Again, thank you all of you guys for being out there. Unicorn Forest, Jenlay Wake, Nelly14, thank you. Stoplight, The Truth is Out There, Tall Drink of Water. You guys are all awesome. Thank you for all being here. And, of course, YouTube, WV Prepared Mind, thank you for being there modding. JStone78, Bones. We've got all sorts of awesome people. CJ Blaze. Awesome people here tonight. Jared Guerra, 5150, Sylvia Mendoza. Thank you. American Patriot Party, Mama of Six. Whispering Winds says Rapture is not biblical. All right, let's get our phone going here, and let's see. I'm going to open something up. Dex, if you want to take over and introduce our next caller.
Absolutely, Adam. And while we're at it, the phone lines are open. If you have a sighting or if you've seen something, give us a call at 224-400-MARF. And our first caller is Cynthia Pillow. And actually, Adam, what's so great about this is Cynthia is actually one of the viewer-submitted videos. So if we go to that, I want to say it's the second one in our list. You would see Cynthia Pillow if you hover over it. That's her video.
Okay, perfect. So, while I pull that up, first off, Cynthia, is that right? Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, sir.
All right, so.
Hello.
All right, I'll pull up your video here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. How are you?
Awesome. I'm good. How are you?
Absolutely great.
This is cool.
Okay, so by the way, you can follow along. You can actually look at all of the videos here on our website. I'm going to pull up Cynthia's. Let's find her video here. Now, is this...
I have several from that day.
Okay. So is it labeled? I have multiple.
Them, Burleson. Yeah, I've labeled them Burleson. It was on December 17th.
Okay, so Cynthia.
But I've
I'm gonna.
Yes, sir.
How long is this video? Let's see here. I was gonna play the video.
They're only like 30 seconds long.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to mute your mic real quick, and then I'm going to play the video, and then I'll holler at you in just a second, and we'll watch this. I'm going to have to be able to zoom in and then try to get this here.
Yeah, no problem.
No, wait, hold on. Oh, wow. Almost looks like an asteroid. Huh. So I'm going to actually try to zoom back out and then see if I can zoom in. Oh, there we go. Okay. I can't get much bigger. I was trying to... Look at that. Okay. So here it is again. All right. So, Cynthia, this first one, where was this located?
This was just in Burleson, Texas, out at Walmart, about to go grocery shopping. And I happened to catch... I don't know if it's an asteroid, but it was going down towards the ground, and it caught my eye. And then there was like multiple after that, but they were going in different directions. And I thought it would be, a plane or whatever, but they didn't leave the trails like the others do. So
you're saying
and I've been seeing a lot of things like November.
And by the way, the other plane that you turned around to, that did have a trail that ended up staying. So, yeah, that is weird.
Okay.
If you guys want to watch this video and zoom in to your liking, again, it's vertical. I always try to get people, even if it's on a split-second basis, try to turn your phone sideways if you can, just because it gives it more real estate. So, is there another video here? Do we have it on our website, or is it just on yours?
It's on my channel. There's several. Most of them were like at my dad's house, and he lives out in the country. So there was on a video that had a point of reference, like I was shooting an airplane because it had the lights on it or whatever, and then it was something else, and then I caught it like disappear. I think I put that video up, but it was crazy.
And what video would that be? Would that be Burlington, Texas, or is that another sighting? Do you know the name of that one?
Yeah, that was another sighting, and it was I wonder if I put Cleburne on there. I can't remember, but
Is it at night?
yes, yeah, it's it was one of the ones I put. It says, yeah, have you seen this? Yeah, that was at my dad's, I think. Yep.
Okay, 1 second.
That one's 30 seconds long. But it was just like everybody else's videos, the flashing multiple color lights.
All right, we're playing it right
And
now.
I saw lots of
So what do you personally believe? What do you think that these are? Do you think that they're government planes or projects, or do you think it's something from out of this world?
Well, I know they're not drones because I've seen them before. and I know what they look like. There's like a little airport there by my dad's house. So like I know what planes look like, but that wasn't a plane. So it kind of weirded me out. And then a couple of days after that, I'd go to my dad's and I'd see the exact same thing. It was so strange.
Well, Cynthia,
And then I haven't really seen it much since.
well, you should get out there and take more videos. You're going to have the Foogle fam coming over to check you out. Again, you had one subscriber.
I'm going to.
You will now have many,
Awesome.
I'm sure. Thank you for calling in.
That would be cool. Hey, I thank you for taking my call, man. I really appreciate everything you do. My sister turned me to your page about a year ago now, and it's been pretty cool. I've really enjoyed it, and I've taken a lot of interest in what you do.
Hey, so that
And
is
I
seriously,
really appreciate it.
that's one of the best things I've heard tonight, because you have to realize, and you guys have to realize, there's no way you guys are going to find me unless it's by word of mouth. So make sure to tell people about us. It really is appreciated. And
I do.
Who is your sister, by the way? Or does she have a screen name?
Her
Or
name's Amanda.
Amanda.
No,
Thank you.
I don't. Yeah, her name's Amanda Lynn. Yeah, she's been watching you, I think, the whole time.
Hey, Amanda, thank you, and thank you. That seriously means more to me than any of
We
this
love
other.
your show so much. We watch it together all the time.
Well, thank you, and it's a good water cooler talk the next day. If both of you watch, then you have stuff to talk about. Well, thank you so much, Cynthia, and
Yes.
and we will have you on again. Okay, it's your first time call. Don't make it your last.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a
Oh,
good
it
night.
won't be. Thank you.
All right, God bless. That was Cynthia Pillow, and for whatever reason, Dex, if you could, just make sure if you could check and see how the stream is running. Don't know if it's stuff is just going molasses for some reason. Don't know why. So I'm assuming that that what you guys is seeing is going molasses as well. Let me fix the size of this real quick. Let's see here. Yeah, lots of weird stuff going on. All right. Let's see. And Dex, I'm assuming.
Adam,
Yeah.
stream on DLive, which I'm monitoring right now, is fine. Everything looks great.
Okay. All right. Awesome. That was just weird. Which looks like there was 2.8 thousand on YouTube, so it looks like it is going well, and everybody's saying that it's good. So thank you, John McCutcheon and Simply Fred. Thank you for answering there. Hey, everyone, says LCJC family. We've got Twisted Luck Truth, WV, Shastina. Hey, Yabba Dabba, the Awakened Soldier, Jan Blackman. Let's see here. I don't know why. It's probably Blackman, but I can read. Overbuilt Automotive, Lisa Renee, Susan Loves Huskies. How are you doing? Northern Tiger, Josh Connor. It's great to have all of you guys. So if you want to watch those videos again, we're going to go over them here in a minute again. But check this out. It says, is this odd? Because it seems odd to me. So let's see here. And this is Patrick Byrne who put this in. This is an asteroid, I think. That is clearly something coming in. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. When, are people going to wake up? Look at what's happening.
Can't see me anymore.
Okay, first of all, let's go to right here. Okay, is everybody starting to get on the same page? The first video and this one, all over the world, every single person. I mean, how many people have sent in this exact same video? They're not planes. This is not a plane. It's headed straight down. You know why? Because it's a meteor. I'm telling you, nobody's going to believe. I know that a lot of you guys believe me, but nobody's going to believe me until it's too late. I'm telling you, there's stuff coming in. There's more stuff, and we know for a fact that there is more than even last year, and then last year there was more than the previous year. It is now tripled and quadrupled. When are people going to get it? There's stuff coming in. What is coming our way? Is there some sort of huge barrage of stuff coming our way? I am just telling you, this is not normal that there are so many of these sightings of this kind. This isn't a UFO. This is meteors. That's my opinion, at least. This is something coming back into our atmosphere. Is it space junk? Maybe it's because there's so much more space stuff going on. Why do you think they started the Space Force? Being real, is it diamond encrusted? Meteors? Why did they do Starlink? Of course, they told us Starlink is for, internet for the world. And then later on, which I called 2 years ago, they say, oh, yeah, by the way, there's sensors to detect incoming objects. That's a fact. That we can back up. They added sensors for hypersonic speed things. And then all this weird stuff starts coming together. Like, why is China making a fake moon? Why are they making a fake sun, an artificial sun? I mean, I tell people, my best friends, some of them think, I start going off on this thing, and I start to get, I'm sure many of you feel the same way. You start telling people things, and then that they just check out. They're like, okay, this guy's crazy, or they're thinking, yeah, okay. But you and me, most of you guys know, something is up here. We're not crazy. Most of the things that they said were crazy 3 or 4 years ago are now proven true. They put in obvious, the sky will be blue, and they will tell you 50 times over. They'll say, no, it's not. It's red. It's red. You're just seeing it different. And eventually, after every single media says, no, the sky is red. It's just your eyeballs. Your eyeballs have actually changed. We've evolved, and now they see red as blue. Right? People would think it because people are telling. They'll show you one thing. You'll see one thing, and they'll show you another, and they'll just tell you over. It's just repetition. By the time look at the simulations in New York. Look at what they're doing. They're all of this trying to get off planet, starting Asgardia. All the elites, all the people with the most money, the people that are in the in circle, the people that are in the know, the people that get emails that are actual, big stuff. They started Asgardia, an off-planet society, and they're serious about it too. They're getting all the appropriate checks to be a sovereign nation in the sky, and they're doing it early because they see something coming. Why have the elites gone up in bunkers? Bunkers are a 2,000% raise. And people like Atlas and others that are selling them, they just can't believe it. And they're getting clients they've never gotten before. Before it was quote the crazies. Now it's the elites. The elites with big money and no, expend no cost or expend all costs. Do whatever. Put gold in there. Put gold chandeliers in there. No limit. Just go crazy. Make me the best shelter you've ever made. They're getting this on a daily basis now. In fact, if there's a publicly traded shelter company, look into them. Why? That's what I want to know. And people are going to say you're crazy because they're so focused on what's happening here on the planet, which, mind you, there's a lot of stuff too. And I think it's all somehow related. I just don't have that one last puzzle piece. Sorry, that set me off. That is so many in one month, even in 1 week. How many of these videos do we see? They're clearly not planes. They're clearly not UFOs, or they're UFOs, I guess, because they're unidentified.
Well, who isn't it Ari that gets a lot of these with his fancy camera?
Yeah. Oh, he gets tons of them.
And the mechanics behind this is what's interesting to me, and I don't know enough about it, but like when you saw a fireball over your area, that like maybe that time the helicopters went after it, that's low, right? It was really low, really bright. You could see it, and it was fast because it was over with in a split second. But these are hanging out for a long time. Some of them are moving super slow. Some of them are moving across the sky, and I guess they're at different heights, or maybe they're different elevations, or maybe they're just really skimming through the upper parts of our atmosphere. They're obviously doing something because it's causing burn up, right? You're seeing these clouds, or this this trail, if you want to call it that. So it is doing something. This is much different than one that's really low and just is done in like a split second, right?
Patrick Burns is asking people on Twitter. He's saying, and again, this is Foogle fam. Make sure to go check him out. Follow him on Twitter at Patrick Byrne. Is this odd? Because it seems odd to me. Yeah, it is odd. This person thinks aircraft reflecting sunlight. Nah. Look at this. There is some sort of jagged edge here. How could you get an aircraft out of that? There's no way. And what the thing is these stick around for a long time, so it's going very far. Just like a meteor, you think it's gonna just go right over and land. If you've ever seen one, I've seen at least 3 big ones in my life. The one which was the Thanksgiving on 2006 or something like that. That one we thought we were gonna die. That one, my sister started screaming to the entire complex at 5, 6 in the morning. Wake up, it's Armageddon. Like, in hindsight, we were all laughing about it because she was just going nuts. But it did look like that. It looked like, I remember either Hail Bop. I think it was Hail Bop. The one that I was alive for. There was Hail Bop and then the other one, Halley's Comet. Whichever one was in the 90s, not the 80s. That one I remember seeing, like, this was way bigger than that. And they ended up saying it was space junk. That one made the news. That one looked like it was going to land 1 second, but it kept going and kept going and kept going. And that's how they are. That's what the sightings are. Look at that. It's just not. No. I'm sorry. I think that there's something way weird going on here. Harley Quinn says, hey, power went out here in town. PG&E came out. Big blast boom went off. We ran to see if the guy was okay. PG&E dude says it happens all the time. It's the reset of power that's underground that makes this sound. Well, if you have underground power, I'm assuming that the blast goes on above ground if you have it above ground. Some of the richer neighborhoods have power lines underground, so they're not unsightly because they don't like the look of it. No, I understand the whole idea of transformers just going off and surges. But the amount it's happening, I mean, Dex, how many times have I told you? I mean, we'll be on the phone and boom, everything resets all the time now for the last like 3 weeks. I mean, ever since the actual solar flare, which that day 4 or 5 times, then it's almost a daily thing. Brandy Montoya.
Yeah, for sure. You've told me a bajillion times that this has happened, and it also makes me, happy that you got protection on your house, because when those flickers happen, you're getting surges, right? You're getting a drop and then a kick back up of power, and
exactly.
it can fry your equipment.
And that's why if you have a ground, your devices will be good. Otherwise, those surges will kill your stuff. Brandy Montoya says 24 for... Well, and that's another thing. People don't think that they'll think that... I'm hoping people don't think EMP is not going to... You're not going to keep power when nobody else has power, but your devices won't be fried. That's another misconception. They think, oh, I'll be the only one with power. Or they think, well, what does it matter if the grid never comes back up? Because you'll still have devices if you have power. I think everybody should have a generator by now. You should absolutely have a protected generator, and you should have alternate. You should have solar. You should have whatever you can. And obviously, everybody understands that that's not exactly affordable. So you have to save up and, like Alaska Prepper, payday preps, put $5 a week towards it. Brandy Montoya says 24 for there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, in so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Brandy Montoya. There's a couple typos in there. I hope I read that right. Thank you so much. And Running with Scissors says, I believe you, Marfy. I love it. Thank you, Running with Scissors. You've been here a long time, too. I think you changed your name, but you were like one of the first people, right? Another jetpack sighting over LA heightens the mystery. So, very confused that, these things, are they just like not checking in with the FAA, or do we have a real life superhero? It says that in the case of the jetpack man flying over Los Angeles has taken another turn with a new video purporting to show an object flying off the Palo Verdes Peninsula. The latest sighting occurred December 21st, but only added to the mystery. According to the Drive website, the jetpack was seen by people on an instructional flight of Torrance Airport. Someone with Sling Pilot Academy took a video of the object, which flies at a high rate of speed for several seconds before going out of frame. FBI is already examining 2 earlier sightings. As for the Palo Verdes Peninsula incident, it says we're aware of it and continuing to investigate the reports. So they don't actually know this. Nobody's coming out and saying, hey, this is our jetpack company. That's weird. Either this is a big... misguided, public, experiment, or what do you call it? Dex, my brain is just crapping out on me. Where you do something, a company, a stunt, a publicity stunt for a jetpack company that's, trying to sell these to elites, because there are jetpacks. There's even, but it's not to the level where somebody could buy them, and it's not to the level if they do it, they usually check in with FAA. They do YouTube videos, they record it and document it, and it's usually part of research and this and that. This is weird. Are there people, or is this some like average Joe that we end up finding out later who's like a genius, like the kid that made the nuclear reactor reactor in his garage? Is this going to be something like that where a guy made a jetpack and just took it out testing? I mean, think about it. They wouldn't be able to track it. Is this some sort of genius do-it-yourselfer or what? This is weird. Or is there something else going on? Is there some sort of UFO that looks like a guy on a jetpack and really it's just some sort of smaller UFO? I don't know. It's pretty freaky to think that more jetpacks. Anyways, when we'll probably, I'm going to try to show that on a D-Live only show. If you guys want to help us in a different way, there is more cyber crime right now than ever in history. In fact, it is going up every year. If you have worked your entire life to build your credit, to be who you are, don't let somebody steal it by using a public Wi-Fi. Again, if you use any kind of public Wi-Fi, you should have this. But anyways, any computer professional or anybody who's doing work at home or even just doing fun at home, you should have a virtual private network. It actually puts your IP somewhere else. It basically hides it from the bad guys. It makes sure that no one is logging your data. Again, that means, John or Joe or Chinese government or anybody, U.S. government. Again, and it actually has an automatic kill switch. It's up to 6 accounts, 6 devices. So again, you can have it on your laptop, on your computer, on your kid's phone, on your kid's computer. Again, this is something that is incredibly useful, and it's awesome that it's just, you don't have to pay per device. You pay for 1 account and it covers 6. Again, that's marfooglenews.com/VPN. You'll get 70% off on a 3-year plan if you go through us. Again, that's marfooglenews.com/VPN. If you don't have one, you should. All right. Now that is out of the way, let's get back to the next caller, and then we're going to be going over to some videos, and I'm going to talk about the events of what happened on Christmas Day. Dex, what is going on? And let's bring them on. It looks like... Let's see.
Yeah, Adam, we're bringing Jen on, and Jen, it looks like you're now live on air.
Hi, can you hear me?
Absolutely. Jen, how are you doing?
I'm good. It's good talking to you.
So you have a sighting while driving. Can you explain what that was?
Yes. So it was about 2 months ago, and I was driving down a countryside road, and it was about 9:30 at night. There was no street lights or anything. It was kind of, dark, and I look up to my left, and there's this big ball, and it's moving pretty, not fast, but just kind of gliding through the air. And then it almost looked like it came to a stop, and then it just shot straight forward and disappeared. And, 2 things that I took clear mental thought of was it wasn't even as high as a shooting star, because my first thought was, is that a shooting star? And then I realized that's way too low. And then my second thought was there was absolutely no tail behind it, streaming behind it at all. It was just the ball.
So now, did you think it was a craft, or do you think it was something else?
I guess my very first thought was, is that a shooting star? And so, but then I had to register those 2 things that stood out very clearly. And I really 100% was like just so confused, because I didn't have any other thoughts except for that. Like, I didn't feel like it was a craft, but I have seen, like, many times, probably 4 or 5 times in my lifetime, I've seen things that look like asteroids, and they've had tails, and they look like they were fiery and burning. But I have not seen anything like this. This was like a soft, glowy, fuzzy ball of light, and it was big. It was a big oval shape, and the way it was gliding, not fast at first, it was just eerie. There was absolutely no tail behind it, and it was just this ball, and it was just the weirdest thing ever. And by the time it just shot off, that was like the shocking part. Like, whoa, this was, something strange. And I just didn't have any sense that it was. I just was so confused.
So, for you've seen several things that just look weird. To the people that haven't seen anything, I think that more of us are looking up in the sky now. I do notice it, because do you know people that just don't look up? That, it's kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I look up every single time I'm outside. Do you?
Oh yeah, all the time. I lived near like a major energy plant, and so when I first moved here, I thought, there's something up with those. There's always sightings around the energy plant, and I was just always looking up. But that was years ago, and at this time, 2 months ago, I had completely put all of that out of my mind, and I went through that phase of just constantly looking up for years and wondering, what am I going to see something or what's that? But this was just recently, and I haven't really had my interest there for the past. I mean, I watch YouTube videos where other people are looking up and videoing stuff all the time. So I am very much interested in it, but I didn't expect this at all. I wasn't looking for it, and it was just right to my left, and it was so obvious and bright that I couldn't even miss it.
Well, I think that there's more and more people that are going to have sightings like you. I always say,
yeah, I think so.
Have something ready, and just in general, it's going to happen to you again. I guarantee it. It always does. And then it happens when you don't expect it, and when you don't have your phone or something, or it happens so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you saw, but
it does happen too fast.
It sounds weird. Again, well, thank you for your sighting. What would you say to others? Do you think that? Do you think that there was somebody in it? You said you felt like there was nothing there.
Oh no, I mean, I'm not too sure. I was just so confused that I'm a praying, faith-believing person, and I just said, a little prayer, show me what that was. I want to know what that was, and I keep an open mind, keep, my reading the signs around me, maybe I'll get some clarity or confirmation on what that was, but I never did. So I would say to other people, there's definitely something out there. I've had other experiences. I had an alien interaction, and that was back in 2015. And I would definitely say that there's something going on, and I do believe what the Bible says.
Okay, well, you can't.
I also know that there's a lot of.
You can't say that you had a alien interaction in 2015 and then not tell us. In fact, a lot of people are probably scratching their head well, why didn't she call about that? What happened?
Okay, so like I said, I was always wondering what the heck was out there. That was back in 2012, 2011, and I was always looking up in the sky. But again, I had kind of let the whole thing go, and here it was 2015. And this one night in particular, well, actually, there was 3 nights in a row where my boyfriend at the time had just bought a smart TV, and I really didn't want the smart TV in the house because I always felt like, they were going to be able to watch us or hear our conversations. And but at night, I'm a wicked light sleeper, and there's a blue light on the box for the smart TV, and every night between 3 and 4 a.m. I kept waking up because the blue light was blinking ferociously, and the whole dark room was being lit up by this blue light on the TV, and I kept waking up and finding it doing this Morse code kind of beeping. And I just didn't know what to think by the 3rd night. I was like, wait a minute, there's something to this. Why does it keep happening on the 3rd night? And then I didn't know what to think and went to sleep on the 4th night. I was sleeping, and all of a sudden, as I was laying in my bed, like I said, I'm a wicked light sleeper, and I sensed somebody in my room. So I woke up naturally, and when I looked over to my left where my big double door closet is, I saw an alien gray, and he was standing in my closet, and he wasn't looking at me, but he was scoping out my whole room. And I was shocked of what I was seeing. But then as he took a step into the bedroom from the closet, I felt my whole body go numb. And then I just totally started to black out, and I was fighting with all my might to stay alert and just look at what the heck was going on. I was in total panic, and I was trying to this thing was coming into my room. So I'm freaking out thinking I have to see what's going on, but I couldn't something took me over, and like I started to just black out. And then as I had been blacked out, I started to come back into consciousness some time later, and there was like no way that I could open my eyes, but I was still conscious, and I could hear and feel them all around me. I was able to manage like slitting my eyes open just a little bit, and I saw them standing by my bed, and they were doing something to me. And then all of a sudden I started to have that numbing thing again, and I was fighting it all over again, like to stay conscious, and I just couldn't, and I blacked out. And then the next morning I woke up and I was like, I remembered everything that happened to me, and I was totally in shock. I just couldn't believe what I had just witnessed. But then it wasn't until later that I that I went back in my mind and remembered that I had been waking up to the smart TV blinking like 3 nights in a row, like that weird Morse code kind of blinking. And that was, I felt like it was connected somehow, but I didn't know how. I don't know what it all, like, it's just never happened before.
Now, do you think was it like a sleep paralysis type of thing, or have you ever had that happen? Or
well, no, I've had sleep paralysis before, and I know what that's like. It's usually like accompanied with like the second time that I was coming into like when I had been out for a while and I started coming into consciousness, that was almost like sleep paralysis. But the first time that I noticed him standing in my closet, that wasn't sleep paralysis. I was fully conscious, and I was completely, just normal. And there was no feeling of, losing my control or feeling of anxiety till I registered everything, and then I started to black out. So, it didn't start that way, because usually with sleep paralysis, you wake, you're already sleeping, but then you go into like that panic and that stuck feeling right away. And that wasn't what it was, because I had never had sleep paralysis before that. I had sleep paralysis after that because I went through a couple of traumatic experiences, 5 years later. But so I could compare the two all this time later, that, I didn't start off with feeling like I couldn't control myself, or I was losing, sensation and the ability to control.
Well, I wonder if there's any correspondence with people that have had experiences and sleep paralysis. I've had sleep paralysis, and it's terrifying, and you feel you're screaming, right. Wake me up, or wake up, please, or why can't I move? It wasn't. It's horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. Like, I was fully awake the first time, and
I get you.
I was fully conscious, and then I drifted into this lack of control as he was stepping, so I could visually see him in my closet, and then he was looking around the room with a device in his hand, and as he was stepping into my room, that is when it, like, synchronically like worked together, where I started to black out, and I knew it.
That is so creepy. Well,
yeah, it was.
Well, thank you for sharing your story. And have you told anybody that? Have you told any of your friends and family?
I know. Here I am telling probably thousands of people, and I've only told one close friend and my parents. That's it.
Isn't that funny how that works? And that's exactly what it's here for. Maybe it will help you just to talk about it.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, definitely.
Somebody from last month emailed me and said, just telling their story. Or actually, it was the first show. Somebody told us about their experience, and they said that it helped them tremendously, and that they're having less nightmares because they talked about it, and they haven't talked about it in 40 years. So thank you so much for calling in, and again, thanks for telling your story, and we were all listening intently.
Yeah, thanks.
You have a wonderful night.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me on.
And I hope I hope you stay safe, and I hope you have only friendly encounters from here on out.
Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
All right. You have a great night. Bye-bye. Again, that was Jen. And if you've had an experience just like her, we don't think you're crazy, and we're not going to put anything past you. It is really good to get that stuff out. And who knows, even if it's, it could be even something else, let us know. We'd love to have you on the show. I think there's a way bigger percentage of people that have actually had things happen, or at least believe they've had something happen, but they don't want to talk about it because they're afraid of people thinking they're crazy or, being judgmental. If anybody that's been with me for 3 years knows that I'm not like that. And most of our audience, it's very important that you guys know that we try to listen to everybody and not get triggered, or not treat people like you want to be treated. It's pretty simple. It's one of the simplest things in the Bible. Let's see here. Yabba Dabba, thanks for being here again. Phil Whittlefield, Gianni Goddard says, my dad saw a UFO, not me. Martinus Timmermans. Isn't that funny though, too? People, and then skeptics. Skeptics come out of the woodworks to just like go. What's really crazy is when you hear somebody tell their story, and then the skeptics that are just like offended by it. It's like, you don't have to listen, they just, and part of it is, I think, the fear of it being real. I think a lot of us are afraid of something. Think about that experience. If you were in a blue room and you look over and there's a gray, I cannot tell you, there was an episode of Married with Children that gave me nightmares. And it's the Married with Children, which is a comedy, which showed the alien in Al Bundy's room. That one gave me nightmares. I'm telling you. I was a kid, and most of you are like, oh, you're so young. But there was a certain episode, and I still remember it, Aliens. And it was funny. Looking back, I was like, I can't believe I had nightmares. I think I even thought it was funny when I was a kid, but the sheer just image of an alien in the room was just so freaky. Yeah, it's so funny looking back at it. And the episode was, I think it was like the funniest episodes. The episodes, man, like, seriously, I but not to make fun of, like, people have real experiences like this. So yeah, it was a pretty classic. Anyways, that one of the episodes where it shows him in the bedroom and them coming in the window, it just, something about it creeped me out. They looked creepy, and they give me the creeps. By the way, I didn't want to miss, there was a few people here. Either way, L. Drucker, it looks like in the very beginning, did a super sticker. Thank you so very much. My system just updated. Susan Donahue, I hope this isn't a real RIP. It says, rest in peace, hashtag Jeff censored. Rest in peace, hashtag Jeff censored. It says, thank you, my brother, on behalf of hashtag Team Humanity. Is there someone that has passed away? Either way, rest in peace, hashtag Jeff Uncensored. Susan, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all of your support, and you being at almost every show, you sharing it out, you liking it. Seriously, thank you so much. Thank you for everything. And I hope you had a Merry Christmas, Susan. I really do. And I hope you have a great New Year. I am amazed. There's so many people that make every single show, whether they're at work or they are, on the road. They either listen to it or they do whatever it takes to listen to the show. Thank you for my truckers out there that are listening right now. I appreciate you so much. And if you're watching the replay or listening to the replay, thank you. And please drive safe. Can't lose you. So thank you so much. Leanne S., thank you again. I just really appreciate your support tonight. Lisa K., which, by the way, was the last one out last show, again with a support. It looks like it was a super sticker, or There was no message there, so thank you. Michelle Dalton from Australia, I believe. AUD, I think that's Australian. What do you guys think about the CCP buying islands in the South Pacific for $1 million and building massive warcraft ports? Well, again, they're building the Spratly Islands, and I did not know. Maybe I'm confusing more than one story, but as far as them making warcraft ports, I mean they've made a halfway point, or essentially a forward operating base. I'll at least call it that. I think that we are getting ready for the third conflict if something else doesn't go on. Or we could totally be blindsided, and then every country teams up to fight some, other evil. I don't know. But I do know that our world is about to change dramatically. And I do know that our government is about to change dramatically. I'll get into that in a second. Search Technical Intuition on YouTube. Brett Stewart did remote viewing for the government. He affirms alien bases on the moon. I have looked into that. Alex G. Zeta Rex Orbis. Very interesting stuff. Remote viewing was actually done by CIA and all sorts of stuff. Real crazy experiments done by the actual government. Rapture is in the Bible. It means caught up. Caught up. That's kind of freaky to think about, Johnny Dundalis, that it's caught up with you. Harley Quinn, hey, power went out. Okay, got that one. Brandy Montoya, thank you so much. And Dan L. Values, which again was the last one out last night. Again, here, thank you so much. Says, I put up about 4 videos of drones and a remote blimp in this active DARPA contact area. Yes, in Appalachia. Experiments. Period. So you think that they are DARPA experiments, Dan L. Values. I will check out your videos and hopefully maybe submit a couple of them so we can show them. Okay, let's get to some videos here. We still have a lot of stuff to go over. As far as the N to the Ash, a lot of people on this other video. Okay, so we have to be extremely careful around this. I guess that there's no reason for me to say anything right now. It's not going to get me extra views to say something. How long? Almost 2 hours into a stream. So I'll let you guys know this. Our government is involved in one or two ways. We don't know if it's black hat or white hat. But this goes up to the highest levels you can imagine. And we do know that our government has been in on the meetings. As far as them finding out somebody, I told you guys that they would, and of course they did. And they say it's a lone wolf thing. I'll tell you, this is no lone wolf. That's my opinion, right? And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Christmas Day, one of the largest kind of sleight of hand happened ever. And it wasn't just a 15-minute thing. It was hours long. Let's just say Johnny went to the breach and took home sand. So, what does that mean for the future? It means you need to prepare. Something is on the horizon. Something is being made. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. Go out and prepare, because something big is on the horizon. I'm not going to put my family in jeopardy again. I believe what we have been told would not only get but I do believe it is an incredibly dangerous subject. So I hope you guys realize that it doesn't matter. If you believe me, that's fine. In the back of your head, I hope that you are trying to get your things in order, and I hope that you have contact with other folks that believe just like you, and I hope you have neighbors and people that you believe will have your best interest in mind. I'll say that the things that this affects will have a physical outcome, a complete and utter physical outcome. So, all right, let's go over to the videos. Dex, I'm going to play through these. Again, B-2 boomers flying over Tulsa, Oklahoma. Scary thought. This is Will Parker. This is Will Parker sending in B-2 boomers over Tulsa, Oklahoma. That is freaky. And there's multiple. Look at that. And you can clearly see the triangular shape. They're actually made so it's harder to see. But that zoomed in is clearly a B-2 bomber. Or a stealth. Yeah, again, whichever you know it by. Okay, so very freaky stuff. That was Will Parker. Make sure to go subscribe. And Will Parker is at 3 subscribers. It looks like he has a gentleman with a musket on his page there. I hope all of you guys go over and send some love. Okay, and now we have... this picture was taken by me in Hilton Head, South Carolina in February 2015 at sunset. This is Tracy Lay Photography. Dex, do we have a story on this picture? Is there something that we should be looking for?
Well, I think the main thing is the extra light.
Oh, weird.
Some people call it, a double sun. I don't know that would even be a sundog, because it doesn't even look like what one normally would look like. So
wouldn't it be
kind of interesting?
Wouldn't it be way closer if it was a sundog? Or
yeah, and you would have more of that arc around it, right? At least you'd see the reference to it, right? If you're gonna have that much definition of the extra dot, you'd definitely see the arc coming around the sundog.
This, because of its angle, though, where the line goes here to the photographer, and then this over here, there's a chance it could be flare. But again, I'm not going to say it's not, or that it is, because I wasn't there. This is really odd. Look at that. That is weird. Actually, it looks almost triangular. That is freaky. The more you look at it, the more... it's almost like you see a shadow triangle behind it. Or is it a something hidden behind the clouds? This is a UFO in Duluth by Dark Craft. Again, this is Dark Craft, the channel. 13 subscribers here. Make sure to love mob any of these folks. UFO in Duluth, Minnesota. See here, full screen it for you.
Hey, all, come this way.
That is exactly what that is, Lex.
Could be a plane, dude.
No, that ain't no plane. If it was a plane, it would be strobing. It's not strobing at all.
It's like moving to the other star. Is the other star moving yet?
Wow, this is the longest I've ever seen one.
And again, if you want to send in a video or a photo like this, you can do so at marfooglenews.com/playmyvideo. That was actually, I had to catch the second half of that, but very good submission there. Thank you, Dark Craft. Make sure to check them out. Surprisingly, my camera went out. That's why you saw this with the black. So hold on here. All right, it looks like we're back now. Next submission is a UFO over Lake Superior, again by Dark Craft.
Lake right now. What is that? If that's an ice house, they have a really bright light.
Hey, by the way, thank you for the effort. It looks like they
It's not
tried to
moving,
do
it's
sideways,
stationary.
but they started it upwards. What in the
It is
world?
kind of
Yeah.
flickering. I can see structure with it.
It's right above the water.
What is that? It is moving. What is that?
It's crazy, huh? So beautiful up here, though.
And look, it's going off of the water.
No sound that I can hear, but it is pretty far away. It's going down.
What in the world was that? Did you hear that?
Into the trees. What is that? And it's gone.
Hold on a second.
What is that? No sound that I can hear, but it is pretty far away. It's going down. Into the trees. What is that? And it's gone.
Hold on then. So if there was no explosion sound there, then that means I had an explosion sound here. That it had to have an explosion sound, right?
I can see structure with it.
Was there no explosion on there?
What is that? It is moving. What is that?
What?
No sound that I can hear, but it is pretty far away. It's going down. Have a really bright light. I mean, it's not moving, it's just stationary.
Why did I hear an explosion?
But it is kind of flickering. I can see
Was there another
structure
video
with
playing?
it.
Thank you. Shell's Spells says, I heard the explosion. No, there's nothing else
What is
playing.
that? It is moving.
Nope, nothing else.
What is that?
That must have been in my background. I've got the earbuds in. That is weird. You know,
no
the
sound
video
that
is
I can hear.
the video is sideways, so I'm sure. In fact, the little trick for that, on submissions too, is scroll down, lock your phone, and then it won't turn. You push the little icon that locks it, and then at least you can look at it right-sided. If you have a phone, if you have a TV, kind of out of luck, then you're sitting here like this. If you heard that, it looks like many people heard that explosion. That's weird. Holotech R&D says it gets deeper than that. One of my crew members called in third phase of moon today. Anyways, fill you on later, King John Smarty. And then Holotech R&D, huge super chats, says, I go to the post office a lot because of my healing frequency devices. I video ships all the time and I show the post lady who told me about you. So been watching videos on YouTube and Instagram. They follow me because of my frequency work. So you're saying the post office lady told you about my show? That is so cool. I honestly, thank you guys, and thank you for spreading the word. That really means a lot to us, and I can't say thank you enough. Holotech, thank you so much. And next time, or post her first name or her screen name so I can shout her out. To the post lady who told Holotech, thank you so much. And really can't say enough thanks for that. There is no recommended. One thing I think is because not enough people will have 3,000 people watching, but they don't do the like button. Or they watch the replay and they don't hit that like button. You have to, because they have a harder time hiding that. So it puts it over other videos by percentage wise. So I hope you guys do that. I know everybody asks for it and nobody ever remembers. Let's see here. Let's go back to this. Boom, boom. All right. Let's see here. And then we have a submission. I'm going to have to watch back my own show there for that. It was roughly 10:03. Started at 8. Okay. This is a mustard seed, and the video is called Highways in the Sky. Boom. It's very sad that they can't just tell us the truth on a lot of this. Look at that. This is, again, A Mustard Seed. Great submission. Thank you so much, A Mustard Seed. You can check them out by going to marfooglenews.com. Easy to get to all of the videos from tonight. Let me go back over here. And it looks like that is all of the submissions. There should be one by RE55. So let me just make sure and look to see if I have. Did I miss RE55's Dex? No, yes I did. It's the first one. All right, we saved the best for last. If you guys are not familiar with RE55, he is almost at 5,500 subscribers for good reason. We gave him the first few hundred. All the rest is his work and his great videos. He does amazing, amazing videos. All right, here. And by the way, his videos always have his actual original music, which unfortunately, though, unless it's his like hand-wrote chords, they go by chords. So let's see here. See if he's explaining it.
So I got out and zoomed into the fog where the sunrise should be coming up. In the first second of the 30-second clip, this was in it. And it just goes straight across. I thought it was some kind of bird at first, but when I started looking at it, I said, it's too mechanical. And it's got a form to it that doesn't look like a bird.
Great channel.
But it moved like the bird a couple times. So I'm not sure what exactly it is, but I don't think it's an animal.
Isn't that a trip? Look at that. So if you freeze it frame right there, let me see if we have this here. Look at that. What a great shot. Let's see. So it looks like we have over 5,000 people watching right now with both channels. Thank you so very much. It looks like we're about to hit 32,000 over on DLive. If you guys haven't checked me out over there, make sure to go do so. In fact, you guys could probably get us over 32,000 tonight if there's a bunch of folks that have not yet. It looks like tonight's number one is The Truth Is Out There with the equivalent of 4 Ninja Guineas. So again, Truth Is Out There. A massive thank you to you. Johnson, again, on the leaderboard. You guys are so amazing. Thank you so much for massive support over on DLive. For that, we are going to be doing a DLive only show in the next couple days. Again, the reason why we like that too is, again, what a better platform for at least, not having the crazy overlords. Release the Quacken. I love it. Release the Quacken is over there on the leaderboard. Rapture Soon 2020. Thank you so much. Pearl. Thank you. And thank you. When we had a lot of videos, so that ended up taking up a lot of this. Hold on here. Okay. Dex. Let's see here. Let me close this out. Dex, thank you for being amazing.
Great show, brother. A lot of good submissions tonight.
Tomorrow's show is going to be a normal show. Again, this was an unidentified Friday. Of course, Christmas went by. Priscilla R., thank you. Things will be scary until bad is gone. I don't think bad will be gone. I think that bad is just going to morph, and we're not going to know what is bad and what is good. Heather Daniel says, I love you, Foogle fam. That is awesome. And then Nuclear War. I love that you spelled it out like that. I don't know if that's a inside joke or you actually, I don't know. I used to say nuclear, and people gave me crap so much. I sat there and it was like an 80s montage of me across the table with like Sylvester Stallone, and he's saying Nuclear War. Nuclear. And I was like sweating and hurting and painful and trying to get it out, and I'm like, nuclear. And he's like, nuclear. It's now officially time for the shoutro. It's not an outro. It's not a shout out. It's a shoutro. super. Oh, now it's all super duper. Hey, Drewski. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, going back round in the Remy. Hey, Phil, Billy, and Nicola. Going right back now on Chickla. Hey, Joland on a Malak. Do it, everybody on a paycheck. I really want to go back to Azak. Oh, really want to go back, say that. Oh, gonna bring that comet moon with the jam, and you know. Everybody gotta do what they do. And I just want you to come back to sleep. I just want you to come back to sleep. With the bear claws and the stoplight and the rock for life and an arc light and a go right back with the Paul Shaggy. Everybody knows that we got them on, baby. Go back with the Paul Bailey and the S-Star-Fo and the Barlays and the Barlays and the Barlays. Going right back now with the Slim and Lick name. Oh yeah, with the Sandra in Texas. Hammer and now it was Miss Nation. Going back now, everybody Haitian. I just want you to come back to sleep. With the truth is out there, everybody knows that I feel Billy on the back bay. That Chucky going now. Fire horse and Mr. Pow. Gotta hit it like whoopie bow. Go back and round and round and round. Come back to sleep. I just want you to come back to sleep. With the Jeffy, Alfred Phillips, Phil Billy, and everybody knows it. Oh, and if you haven't checked out yet, oh, I'm gonna open now. I just want you to come back to sleep. Neil Anderson in the Chicago artist on it, everybody know. Chrissy on the crypto Craig, gonna go back now, Mrs. Gang. Oh, bring it outside, and everybody knows it out. El Michelle and El the Cloud, going right back with the Unicorn now. I just want you to come back to sleep. Holy moly, Lady Green Eyes. No way. Somebody said that the boom was local and that they heard it too. In Marysville. That's far away. So apparently that explosion was here in Washington and other people heard it. That is crazy. Come back to sleep. No flippin' way. Grand Mervin, you are lying. Come back to sleep. I just want you to. No way. Gone Girl, you were going to be shouted out either way. What are you doing? Says, much love, Foogle fam, Adam, Dex, and Mods. Just took the top spot out of nowhere. Thank you, Gone Girl. Just heard a boom in Texas. Hold it. I just want you to come back to sleep. I just want you to come back to sleep. I just want you to come back to sleep. I just want you to come back to sleep. Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, are you guys joking? Are you guys kidding here? No way. Okay, hold on. So a lot of people are saying, okay, yeah, let's check Twitter. I'm sure most people are just jumping on it. So my wife heard it earlier. I asked her, she said, are you sure that's not my daughter? You know, she just felt, I said, no, earlier. She said, yes, I thought I heard it too. Hold the heck on. Dex, are you still there or did you drop out?
Hey, I'm still here, Adam.
Let me turn off the... Hold on. Can we look at what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, I'm searching. I don't see anything.
That is, I mean, something, I don't know. That's just too many people on both one okay, both platforms were saying something about hearing it. Somebody in Texas, somebody in Pennsylvania, somebody in Washington said that they heard the same boom I did at the same time.
We're not confusing them for saying that they heard what you heard on air.
No, well, that was before.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. And then Heather said, I heard it on the show. Great. Thank you for clarifying. But no, there's other people. And then just got 2 DMs saying that we just had big booms. So that popped up on my screen. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So we'll follow it, and I will be doing another video and put it out, or I might even go live if something really is happening. Either way, though, thank you so much. Top contributors tonight, thank you so much. If something is going on, we will know sure as hell soon enough. Very crazy stuff. Just what a crazy, 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 crazy year. All right. Want you to go back to sleep. I just want you to go back. Talon says lock and load time. I just want you to go back to sleep. Lynn and Love and Light said this is how rumors start. We just heard a boom and said that we heard a boom. I don't know what the rumor would be. Somebody heard a boom. It happens all the time. But if multiple people in multiple states do, then it could be a bigger thing. Gonna rock it down. Gonna roll back down. Gonna love it now. With the dojo, everybody really wanna go to dojo. With the Bobo, with the Bo Jackson. And the Rose, run that side. Hey, and the bank though. With the Kevin on low man, going right back down. And the whole day, with the rap too soon in the 2020. Chewy, with the weather on the hooroo. Going right back over the man boo boo. I love it on the great boo. Now you see me, now you don't. Gotta go back down and I won't. Everybody really wanna go. On the dice phone. With the nose on the bear claws on the Ecto 1 now. Gonna bring a head story, a person I'm on now. Oh, with the slim pickers. Not feeling it. Gone Girl 777, thank you so much for being absolutely amazing. I the way that you truth me. I like the way that you truth me. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Way that you truth me. Oh no 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 no. Way that you truth me. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. What the heck is going on here? There it is. Hey, that you me. I love. No. Hold on, I'm trying to experiment here. Jeremy on the man, bring it on right back, and they do it again, gang. Hey, with that back in the gang, hold it up for last in the die. And a Ross in the one who sit bars and bring it right back to CJ Blaze. And everybody goes in Squirrel Boy's name, everybody goes back. Hey, running with the lion and bring back with the Jodo, hey, and everybody holding, no. With the Horu TV, Prosilla Orn, everybody knows it'll Peepo 3. With Alfred Phillips with the S, and I'm gonna go bring it down. Hey, with the Residor Jamie, hey, everybody know the name, hi, with the Paul Saggy and the Donna, with the Ghoul and the Baby, ha, and I bring it back to those who will listen, bring it right back and now, gang.